Hey everyone. It's been a while. I know it's been at least a week or so since I've done my last posting for this my journey, and um, title says, "What does Bottster comeback mean?" And I was thinking about that. I was taking a shower this morning, and I was like, you know, everything I do, and this is the reason why there's a gap. There's a big gap between my last uh, live video that I did and now. And what happens in my life, and this happens a lot in my life, and I'm not sure if it happens in yours. It's the way my body and my mind works. Is I really get focused on one thing, and then if I get focused on two things, it's okay. If I get focused on three things, it's okay. And if I get focused on anything more than three things, it's like, no, it's not okay. And I been juggling. People have talked about spinning plates, juggling, um, different concepts to talk about multitasking. And when I multitask, everything falls apart. My relationship with my wife goes astray. It's we get after each other, and it's no fun. My health goes up and down, up and down. It's like woo, looks like a wave. Um, my um, my work ethics are up and down. It's like when you multitask, it's your brain's not designed for it. The brain is designed to focus on one thing at a time. And I know people say out there that women can multitask, like there's nothing out there. Well, those are very rare cases, because if you look at scientific studies, multitasking is bad on the body. And if you do too much multitasking, it's really bad for the body. Well, I'm juggling about three or four things at work, and it starts affecting my health. And luckily, and I'm thankful for this with the support team I have, I have shed 42 pounds in the last 4 months. So I'm averaging about 10 pounds a month, which is healthy. And I've got a new goal. It's right here. This is my new goal. Whoop, there we go. Let me get in the light better. 299 by August 20th, 2021. Now, if anyone knows me, that is my birthday. And that's let's see, it's February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 7 months, 70 pounds from where I'm at right now. And that would put me in the 299 range. The 300, 299 range. And I know I can do it. The reason I know I can do it is I've done 42 pounds successfully right now. And I've had my ups and downs. It's those ups and downs. It's like last week I hit my lowest so far of 368.2, and then about 4 days later it jumped up, and then now it's back down. And I'm like, oh, and it's a lot of different things. It's my how much am I working out? What am I eating? Am I eating crap? Am I eating healthy? Majority of the time I eat healthy. I do like that crunch, so I do eat corn chips every once in a while, and every once in a while, if I'm zoning in on whatever I'm working on for, especially my job, I can eat a whole bag of corn chips, and it's not healthy. That's when it doesn't get unhealthy. It's when you need to start measuring, and that's one of my downfalls. And my wife knows this. My friends know this. I have a hard time tracking food. I get on a good roll of tracking food for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then life gets busy, and I get start doing that multitasking, and it goes out the door. And it goes that way, and then eventually goes that way. Then it goes that way, and then it goes that way, and it's just like, ugh. So I know I can do things in my life right now. I'm successfully exercising. I'm successfully eating healthier, a lot healthier than I used to ever been. Big time, actually, than I ever used to been. Um, and I've been getting more sleep. And luckily, now I'm finally get caught up in my job, and it's multitasking is bad. And when the thing is, the other opposite of the polar effect. So multitasking is over here. Zoning. Oh, here's my camera. Zoning is all the way over here. When you zone in on one thing and that's their whole focus, you're on the other side of the table, and everything in between gets lost or blurs out. So either you multitask and you're just everywhere, or you're so focused you're over here, and then everything in the middle blurs out. And that's what happened these last couple of weeks since I haven't been doing my videos, because I was doing them every single day. I was really good at it. I got 10, 11 days in, almost 20 days in on when I was doing it on Facebook and Instagram, and I was jamming on it, and I was doing really good. and I had good group of followings that were starting to pick up. And then I stopped. Well, what happens when you stop? They stop. And so here I am again. So Bottster Comeback. Bottster Comeback, name I acquired when I was with the Explorer program for the sheriff's office in Arizona, back when I was in high school. And when I got to the military, it became from Bottster to Botman, because I had a guy on my name, guy in my squadron named McElroy, a really cool guy. I enjoyed working with him, and he was always called Mac, or he was eventually shortened down to Man, because he was one of the top drivers on our base. And so I was the second top driver on our base, being just airmen, and we had a competition going on. And so it went from Mac being the man to me being the bot man, and that it just stuck. And so when I got out of the service, I did a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have done. I mean, there are things that I enjoyed doing. I actually drove 18-wheelers over the road as part of my job in the Air Force, and I enjoyed it. What I didn't enjoy was being lonely. And telling you right now, being a truck driver is one of the loneliest jobs in the world. Sitting inside of a truck and you don't see anyone for 10 to 12 hours a day, unless you stop and pull off in a rest area, go to a truck stop, gas up, you say hi for someone real quick, no conversations, and then you go on the road and get back going. Because why? You got to get from point A to point B as fast as possible to get your load there on time. And I'm telling you right now, that life. I can drive anything, and the military taught me that, and my family taught me I can drive anything, and I had the confidence for it. Being secluded though, not my thing. Then I did it locally. Was a local delivery driver, delivered pool supplies, until I got a call from my dad saying, "Hey, they're hiring over here. Why don't you see if you could be a land surveyor, follow in the family footsteps?" So at the company my dad worked at, I was third generation land surveyor, and worked for the company for a little while, and found out that I really didn't fit in with the company, and so I left and went to the private sector, and got in there and did it for 10 years, and I loved it. Why? I got to see the country. I got to do what my father did and my grandfather did, is see Arizona in a different perspective, and I enjoyed it. Did a lot of walking, got to drive quads, go four-wheel driving. What's better than that? And you're spending every day outdoors. In Arizona, people say it's hot. It's my job. I got to wear shorts and t-shirts, and I had fun. I guess, like I said, I got to see places. When I was moving and I was doing all that, I was always having fun. I was energized, and I was maintaining my weight. Get me into an office, I had to go the other direction. So what I'm getting back to is Bottster Comeback. Well, Bottster, like I said, is one of my nicknames I grew up with, and I went to a professional development or professional. I went to a personal development seminar, and the guy asked me, his name's Brandon Barber. So if you ever look him up, check him out. He's on Facebook, and he is a good guy. He is a really good guy. Actually, he gets me laughing. He gets me into where I am my authentic self when I'm around him. And he goes, Scott, anytime you ever need to give you your authentic self, think about Bottster. I go, okay. He goes, why? He goes, what do you like to be called by? I go, Bottster. He has asked me where it came from. I told him. And what I got out of it is one of my passions that I don't do anymore, or I hardly do anymore, and I don't take my wife out, especially with COVID going on. It's kind of hard. However, I can do it at home with her, and I don't do it. It's dance. I used to be a country dance instructor, and I love to country dance. I love line dancing because it's sport. It's a dance or a sport you can do on your own, and then you got the couples dances. And I might need to take my wife around my house. Bottom floor is all tile. It's an easy way to slide, and have fun dancing. And so that's where Bottster came from. Now, Comeback comes from end of September, beginning of October of last year. That's when I made my health journey. It's when I just decided not to change my health. It's not just my physical health. It's my mental health. It's my emotional health. And there are certain things in my life that it's like you hear about toxicity and being around toxic people. And I found out just recently how toxic some people are in my life. And it's just like, I'm not going to associate with them anymore. I've got friends and family that I can associate with that are always positive, that are energetic. They're pushing me to push my limits, and I'm thankful for it. So this is a new Bottster Comeback today. Back on here. My new Bottster Comeback. I'm not going to put days down because I'm just going to on here when I can, and I know I will eventually get to where I'm doing it every day. It's a challenge. Can I get on here every day? Because there are days where I get done at work and I'm tired. I sit down with my wife, we eat dinner, and I literally fall asleep in the chair because of the fact my body is emotionally exhausted. And so it's what happens when you're a math teacher in high school or teacher in general. Teacher right now is one of the hardest jobs in the world. So I'm going to leave it with that. Is my commitment or my goal is to do this as much as I can 7 days a week. Now, there are going to be days where I'm not going to be on here every single day until I get to the point where I have my own personal essential oil business up and running and I have an income coming from it. And if you want to ever hear about that, put a comment in here and I'll talk to you. I'll message you back and we can sit down and talk. Ever want to run your own business? I've done network marketing, and this is one of the best companies I found across the that is out there right now. They've been around for 20 years, and I love the products. I use them every day. I actually had a diffuser going while I was working today. It sits over here on my shelf. So my comeback today. What is Bottster comeback? It's me coming back from a rough patch and starting again, just like I've done with my health, just like I've done with my emotional support that I needed. And there's some things that I still need to work on. Don't get me wrong. There's always something to work on. And it's also my mental support. And so I'm going to get back on here. And I know I got on sidetrack too. And like I said, well, I keep saying, what's my last thing? I know I went on different tangents. I had to blow off steam, and this was one way I had to blow off steam. So, when I got challenged to start doing this, it was about my health. And I'm going to get back to talking about my emotional, physical, and emotional health using my essential oils and other products that I have for my business, and just talking about my day and talking about, like I said, I'm bad, and I know I need to find a way to not eat a whole bag of corn chips, because that's when it gets bad. And that's where my emotional eating went to. I went from sweets, now it's to a bag of corn chips. So need to focus on doing something a little different. Maybe I'll just have a whole bushel of carrots instead and munch on. It's that crunch. So I'm going to leave it. I am going to go downstairs and spend some time with my wife, and then come back up and finish my job. And I've got about another 45 minutes worth of work to do. I just need to go down and talk to her for a little bit and find out what she wants to do from Valentine's Day. I've got an idea, and I want to put it past her and see what she thinks. So everyone have a good day. And thank you for still following me if you're following me. And if you're not, make sure you follow me on YouTube. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So that's where you can find me. And I'll talk to everyone later. Bye.